News out of Wales as Cardiff City will be looking for their fourth manager in the space of 12 months. What we're talking about, I'm going to tell you all about it next. That's right, folks. Pamps came another video today. We're taking a look at some breaking news coming at you out of the Championship, as of course Cardiff City's pre-season, post-season, however you want to call it, has got off to a bit of a spicy start. That's right, I'll tell you all about it in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. All things Championship related, Rovers related, world football related. We're all here, boys. Under one Rooski, that's right. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this, that's right. Sabri Lamouchi has been, and Cardiff City have parted ways. That's right, goodness gracious me. Yeah, a bit of a topsy-turvy start to a whole season for Cardiff. They were looking at, they could have been an optimistic start to the season, but realistically, they were struggling from the get-go. They, of course, had Steve Morrison at the helm at the start of the campaign, only till around about mid-September, before Mark Hudson took over during the World Cup and beyond into the new year. Didn't really last that long, and then Sabri Lamouchi came over at the start of towards the back end of January, and he actually steered them to survival in a very bad campaign for Cardiff City. Of course, offered so much not too long ago. In fact, it's their fifth manager since 2021, since Mick McCarthy was at the helm. So it's a difficult time. I don't know. It's very early breaking news here, so I don't know what they're thinking, who they're looking at now. But it's going to be an interesting summer for Cardiff City fans, as a gear for a long summer, maybe looking for a new manager. There are some good managers out there. Of course, we're looking at Nathan Jones out there. Of course, Chris Wilder's just left Watford, I believe, as well. So there are some potential managers out there that could be of interest to Cardiff City and other Huddersfield Town as well, looking for new managers. Maybe Cardiff will go back for Neil Warnock, unless he's done and dusted for retirement for real this time, of course. But let's just I'm going to go quickly over the three managers that took care of business for Cardiff this campaign. Of course, it all started off with Steve Morrison, who ended up with a points per match of 1.10. He managed 10 times for them, all in all. Maybe the back end of last season, of course, throughout the season, he won 3 of them, lost 5 of them, and drew 2. Just 10 games. He also managed 1 in the cup, but of course, that did not result in a win. Mark Hudson then took over. 17 matches there, just won 4 of them, lost 7 of them, drawn 6. He could only draw 1 in the FA Cup. Picks up a 1.06 points per match for his tenure at Cardiff. As for Sabri Lamouchi, I thought he did an okay job, but realistically, he did slightly better than that of Steve Morrison. 18 games though managed, 6 wins, 10 defeats, 2 draws. 20 points he picked up in those 18 games, 1.11 points a game. Is it bad? Is it terrible? I don't know. When you look back at Sabri Lamouchi's tenure, his Forest days, 1.38 points per match. Of course, in his Rennes days, 1.44 points per match. So, of course, definitely worse off, but Cardiff were in a bad way when he took over. So, interesting stuff. Of course, Cardiff did ultimately finish, where did they finish? 21st in the Championship, so just narrowly avoid those relegation spots. So, it's going to be an interesting season for them. That is just they are the next team above the relegation zone, and I don't know is there any financial implications for them pending in the background. I don't know, but Sabri Lamouchi is gone. But really, if I try to put my hat on here and pretend I am a Cardiff City fan, I'm a little bit optimistic, and I think any club that's looking for a manager right now, your Huddersfields, your Cardiffs, who else is out there? There are other clubs, of course. Reading will be looking for a new manager there. They've also been linked with Chris Wilder in League One, so there are some good names out there. So there is reasons to get a little bit excited for Cardiff. And I'm just reading quickly hot takes on Twitter. People are condemning this move as a bad bit of business. But realistically, you know, when you look around at the options, I think it's a good move for Cardiff. I think Lamouchi was a wise, a shrewd appointment. Yes, his points per match didn't really excel them further than that. But of course, when you look at the table, they are just a point shy of Rotherham and QPR. I think the damage was done early on, and I think if Lamouchi was there the whole season, they probably would have been a mid-table team as well. But for next season, yeah, getting that appointment right is going to be absolutely massive for Cardiff. And again, like I said, there's no odds, and I'm recording this pretty breaking news at the moment. I'm just going to have another quick look if there's anything out there for odds. I don't see it at the moment. But let me know your thoughts and opinions if you're a Cardiff City fan. Who would you like to see coming in to steer the ship for Cardiff for next season? Because if they get their appointment right, they could be an outsider for maybe top half of the season challenge. It's going to be a much difficult championship season next season with the likes of Southampton, maybe Leicester coming down from the Premier League with the likes of Ipswich Town, maybe Barnsley, Bolton, or maybe even Posh coming back up from League One. It's going to be a competitive championship with where small fine margins could be the difference between a relegation battle and a top half challenge. So getting that appointment right, whether it is a Nathan Jones, whether it is a Chris Wilder, whether it is a Neil Warnock if he's to be considered or talked out of retirement one more time. Valerie Ishmael's just gone to Watford. You know, they've gone through a whole host of managers as well over the course of time. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions about Cardiff City's chances next season. I know it's very early, we've just blown the final whistle, and of course the championship is still technically alive with the playoffs. But yeah, a bit of chaos happening for Cardiff. But we'll see how it all goes for them. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Of course, I look forward to seeing what you got and your opinions, as of course when we get them. Until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next. Subscribe, thumbs up, and all that kind of jazz.